No one saw this moment coming, not even those in the front row, ready to capture it on their phones. The lights were bright, the fog thick, and the bass shook the entire venue. Then, just like that, the mood shifted from excitement to sheer hysteria. In the midst of the chaos stood Kendrick Lamar. Yes, Kendrick, the artist known for his uniqueness and the creator of the anthem, Alright. He had kept a low profile all year, rarely appearing unless it was something significant. He didn't come with security or make a grand entrance. He simply appeared, calm and composed, as if he had been waiting for the right moment to set Los Angeles ablaze. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. What makes this moment so extraordinary isn't just Kendrick's unexpected arrival, but also the timing and the company he was with. Playboi Carti was there too. It was a collision of two completely different worlds on that stage. Carti brings an atmosphere of chaos, smoke, and strobe lights, turning his performances into a wild mix of raves and mosh pits. In contrast, Kendrick is methodical and precise, with every word cutting through the noise. So when they performed Good Credit together in LA, it felt like two galaxies colliding. The energy was electric. Fans were stunned. Some stood in disbelief, while others erupted in shouts of "Kendrick! Kendrick!" as if he were a long-lost ghost. However, this wasn't just a random event. It was part of a larger story that had been quietly developing for months. Earlier in 2025, Carti released his highly anticipated album, Music, which featured Kendrick unexpectedly. This surprised everyone. Kendrick is known for being selective about his collaborations, so when he teamed up with Carti on Good Credit, it raised eyebrows and piqued interest. The collaboration was unique, blending Carti's usual energy with an intriguing mix of intensity and lyrical depth. Kendrick's delivery was smooth yet powerful, manipulating the beat as if he were crafting the sound itself. It was a daring choice, but it worked. Months later, when Kendrick and SEA's Grand National Tour made a stop in Atlanta, Carti returned the favor by joining Kendrick on stage, illuminated by red lights and flashing a playful grin as he performed his verse from Good Credit, as if it were his own. The crowd loved it. It was a moment of mutual respect, two artists from different corners of hip-hop, both recognizing their significance beyond fleeting trends. So when Carti's Antagonist tour finally reached LA, everyone was eager to see if Kendrick would return the gesture. And he did, loudly. Let's take a moment to reflect on how remarkable this situation is. Kendrick Lamar has become less visible than he once was. He doesn't chase the limelight or follow trends. When he does make an appearance, it holds great significance. He has been on an extraordinary journey with SZA, selling out stadiums across Europe and dominating cities with his Grand National Tour. His focus has shifted to something much bigger than the usual rap scene. So, witnessing him share the stage with Carti was truly unforgettable. It felt like he momentarily paused his status as a global superstar to remind Los Angeles, "I'm still here. Don't forget who runs this city." The build-up to this moment was cinematic. Carti's performance was already intense, with thousands of fans packed into the arena, lights flashing like lightning, and his voice echoing through the fog. His energy was dark and almost eerie, reminiscent of a nightmare. Then, in the midst of his set, the lights went out completely. A silence enveloped the crowd for 3 long seconds, the kind that sends shivers down your spine because you know something is about to happen. And then a familiar voice emerged. Low, calm, and commanding. It's Mr. Morale. The audience erupted in excitement, and you could feel the ground tremble. Kendrick appeared, wearing a hoodie and holding a mic, prompting a collective gasp from LA. They launched straight into Good Credit, and the energy was electric. The contrast between the two performers was striking. Carti was bouncing around like a wild spirit, while Kendrick remained grounded and focused, commanding the rhythm like a leader. Every line Kendrick delivered felt like a powerful declaration. He wasn't performing for attention, he was demonstrating what true presence looks like and how artistry sounds when it's not chasing TikTok trends or industry politics. People often overlook that Kendrick Lamar doesn't pursue publicity, he creates unforgettable moments instead. This is why each of his appearances feels like a major event. He avoids random interviews, doesn't flaunt his outfits, and skips most award shows. He maintains an air of mystery that keeps everyone intrigued. So, when fans spotted him in LA just before heading to Australia for the next leg of his tour, it felt like he was giving his hometown one last thrill before disappearing again. It wasn't just about the performance, it was the atmosphere that followed. The excitement was palpable, even backstage. Carti was glowing, clearly aware of the impact he had just made. You could feel his deep respect for Kendrick. For Carti, receiving recognition from one of the greatest lyricists was more than just a display of strength. It was validation. His tour had faced numerous delays since 2023, and fans were starting to lose hope. But that night in LA changed everything. The energy shifted. The Antagonist tour finally felt alive, authentic, and unstoppable. Interestingly, the fans of Carti and Kendrick often have different tastes. One group thrives on high energy and distorted sounds, while the other delves into lyrics with deep analysis. Yet, for those brief moments, the differences disappeared. Everyone in the venue, no matter their hip-hop preferences, came together in a shared moment of awe. It highlighted how hip-hop has transcended its traditional boundaries, allowing two vastly different artists to share a stage and create something remarkable. That night was pure magic, spontaneous and unplanned, showcasing a real connection. Kendrick didn't need to say much. His presence spoke volumes. It reminded everyone why he is still considered the best in the industry, proving that no amount of streaming success or viral trends can substitute for authenticity. He wasn't there to promote a new single or push an agenda. He was there to support and uplift another artist from a different genre. That's what true legends do. They act selflessly, and their actions resonate throughout the culture. When the song ended, the lights dimmed again, leaving the audience unsure if it was really over. The crowd continued to cheer, hoping for one more verse, one more word. But Kendrick simply smiled, nodded at Carti, and faded into the mist as if he had never been there. The audience was left in awe, trying to process what they had just witnessed. It wasn't merely a surprise appearance, it was a powerful statement. A reminder that in a world filled with noise, the silence from the right person can be the most impactful. Outside the arena, fans buzzed with excitement. Clips were already circulating on social media before the lights came back on. Is Kendrick back? What does this mean? Is a new collaboration coming? Everyone had their theories. That's part of Kendrick's genius. He gives just enough to keep people guessing, then disappears before they can fully grasp it. Let's face it, Los Angeles really needed that. The city has been missing authentic hip-hop energy lately. After all the industry drama, rap feuds, and endless online debates, that performance felt like a new beginning. It was a return to something real. It wasn't about trends or charts, it was about presence, artistry, and respect. What makes this even more fascinating is the timing. Kendrick had just wrapped up a successful European tour, sold-out shows, historic moments, and emotional performances that moved fans to tears. He could have easily taken a break to prepare for his tour in Australia, but instead, he chose to support Carti. This speaks volumes about his loyalty and the sense of community that often gets overlooked in the industry. His appearance felt symbolic, as if Kendrick was saying, "You can be unique. You can carve your own path. Just make sure it's genuine." There are now rumors about possible future collaborations between the two artists, perhaps a remix, a new song, or even a short film. Given their unpredictable and highly creative nature, anything is possible. No matter what happens next, this moment in LA has already become one of the most surprising and memorable partnerships of the year. It's impressive to see how two artists from such different backgrounds can produce something that stands out. Carti connects with the younger generation, fashion lovers, the mosh pit crowd, and those who thrive on chaos. In contrast, Kendrick is the poet and visionary who has elevated rap into a deep exploration of life. Together, they revitalized LA, reminding everyone of the significance of live performances and how impactful music can be when it's unexpected. As the arena emptied, the excitement remained. Strangers chatted in the parking lot, analyzing the performance as if they had witnessed a historic moment. And perhaps they had. This is what makes such moments legendary. They may not be flawless, but they are genuine. They cut through the noise and remind us that in a world filled with carefully planned releases and artificial hype, spontaneity still prevails. Kendrick didn't need to say much that night. He didn't have to give a speech or tease a new album. All he needed to do was show up, take the stage, and let his presence convey everything. Just like that, LA found its groove again. Playboi Carti's Antagonist tour finally found its rhythm, with Kendrick Lamar as the driving force, as he has been throughout his career. The blend of their unique energies made for an unforgettable night. Moments like this are important. They leave a lasting impression. Even after the crowd had dispersed and the atmosphere calmed, the experience remained in people's hearts. When Kendrick Lamar takes the stage, it's never just another performance. It's a message to the entire industry. Pay attention. The king may not speak often, but when he does, the world listens. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.